James created a lickability
scale.
The Turner scale.
It'll show up on chat here in a minute.
Yeah.
Someone will put it up
Basically
there
asking
for you.
like how lickable is something.
We had to craft a long piece right at the beginning that noted in the description that it wasn't lickable because it had lead in it.
It was a
and
stained
so,
glass
of course,
window.
like the adults that we are, we took that and decided to apply it to everything we could possibly see
Absolutely.
in the room and whether or not you could lick it.
I like it.
To answer
the
the
Turner lickability scale.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yes.
wool
There it
on
is.
the
There
other
it
end
is.
is highly
There's a
lickable.
Oh,
The wool is highly lickable.
But
It is
you'll have,
a
like,
very
fuzz on your
natural
tongue.
project. It's just kind of fuzzy and you might get lint.
So safe, lickable, but not texturally very nice.
No, I very recently.
okay.
Oh yeah, I very recently secured a puppy. I secured a puppy, and just as an index of my own lickability, the dog, the maximum time thus far, has licked my scalp for 13 minutes.
I like how you timed that.
Well, no, because it kept going, and I was like,
Oh.
This is my life now. This is my life to be very slowly consumed by hounds.
Were you doing anything else at the time? Like
You can't. There's absolutely it dominates your entire presence.
But like you hadn't slathered it with barbecue sauce. Or
No, I'm just delicious. That's the theory.
You're some sort of dog popsicle.
Brenna's saying that the flavor's there. So mad flavor. Well, here. In what way can I be of service to you?
Well, there have been some questions here that people have put down. Some cues.
You can provide A's, but they need to come with silent U's.
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah.
Too far. Did it crash?
For instance, I like this. What have you found are the best motivators when working with artists whose inspiration can be fickle?
Oh, I can't help you at all. Mike and I have a very specific compact, which is that we almost work like, we don't really work together as much as we work like adjacent to one another. So if you ever listen to the podcast, when we write, we're basically just sort of like throwing out ideas that we hope the other person will like. So our whole creative relationship is about trying to find something we both like enough to do. So and it's worked out. I mean, it's coming up on 20 years or so of us putting that stuff together. And so I think that our process may not be replicable. Generally speaking, when you work with someone, and especially a two-person team, an individual for a long time, eventually that results in homicide, right? I guess it could be coming. But the main reason I think our creative relationship works is that we just provide each other enough space to want to be there.
Do you ever get into the situations where you're like, either you or Mike is working on a project that's really got you excited, and then the other person has to go, we actually have to get the comic out.
This has definitely happened. But also, it's just as common that I'll write something that's multi-page, like an elaborate thing, and I can't do that myself. Like it's not. There's no reason for me to even write a multi-page project by myself if I don't have the buy-in on him. So we have a unique scenario, certainly.
So find a unique scenario is your advice.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, develop a unique scenario over decades.
Not hard at all.
So I'm familiar with Child's Play, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been able to make it over to the dinner, despite wanting to. And I'm super grateful for what you guys do. And
it's a collaborative effort,
and,
as you see.
And for me, who's been a parent of children in hospital, really, really get it. That there are families.
Yes.
Like there's families that benefit from what you contribute, right? And that spreads, right? The fact that you make that kid's life a little more comfortable.
Well, it changes
that mother's
life
a little more comfortable. Makes that father's life a little less worried about his wife.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Makes the granny less worried about, right?
Right. We live in a mesh.
And so
whenever you tug on any of the threads in that mesh, it's felt in the rest of the fabric. So
yeah.
And that's what I saw on the when I had the opportunity to go and actually do the deliveries. Like I
So
said,
I'd like to talk about
each
that.
of those families, sometimes this time in this room, it was just dad. This time I come in and I'm going to leave the bag because mom and dad are actually sleeping, and you know as well as I do that in a long stay hospital type room, there's often almost like in the same way that you would have like a nook that's sort of over by the window, that couch. I know that like when my children were born, it's a very similar situation.
Yeah,
there's
just
a
flat, reclining chair.
There's a flat, occasionally soft region over. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's abrasive. You know what I mean? It's monastic in a way. So sometimes you come
and
in
the nurses still come and shine the lights in your eyes, even though you're not the patient.
It's the worst. Yeah, they will not. It's like they know when you go to sleep is when they come in.
Yes,
right.
When you've drifted.
They got some kind of it's like a spider.
And
sense.
they come in with their little flashlight, and like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I was okay before you came in and interrogated me. I was fine. But yeah, so you come into the room. Sometimes they're both asleep. Right. Yeah. Lots of experiences of that kind.
Yeah. So one of the things for me that I just wanted to comment on, and you can think about it, but one of the things I've noticed for myself in my experience has been that games are great, distractions are great. You know what's really hard to get in that room? Visitors. And all you need to get a visitor in the room is a pair of rubber gloves.
Oh, I see. From the safety perspective?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see you guys throw a box of rubber gloves in when you give games to hospitals that say, these are for friends.
Yeah.
These are for friends.
To come and check out the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Did you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I've thought a lot about this, and I thought, you know what, the thing that's usually all a sick person needs to be protected by for most illnesses. And obviously the nurse on staff will tell you if you have to wear a mask or this other, whole outfit or whatever. Right. But really, usually it's just rubber gloves to then have people play with them if they can.
Yeah. And you'll be glad to know when I did my delivery, but also in other times, we also have stuff for brothers and sisters.
Excellent.
Right? So if you're in there and your siblings are visiting, it's really, really hard on them. Like I know how the dynamic would be at my house. You would want to play with your brother or sister just like you normally do, and they're not able to.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Not to diminish anything wonderful you've done.
No. It's not like that. There isn't anything that can't be made better.
Yeah.
So.
Which is partly why I brought the rubber gloves in this morning, and why they were on. Just as a reminder for myself, also to mention that, because I had thought a lot about it.
Nice.
And I thought a lot about how simple that is.
That's right.
I was wondering this morning why Creepy Doll was dressed as one of the Firefly villains.
There was a cephalopod covered in rubber gloves earlier.
Oh my!
There has been
the issue with the cephalopod is that you need 4 pairs.
Oh, I think there was even more than.
You know what I mean?
8. Yes.
Brenna, when did you get on the couch?
I just decided to sit down.
You know that you can sit with me.
Is this your special someone?
Yeah, this is my wife Brenna.
I'll trade with you.
Come trade, sit wherever you want. There's no pressure.
The reality is that Brenna would probably like to see what you're doing. Here, I'll scoot up.
Okay, and I'll come.
No, you have to. You have to understand that Brenna is of your people.
That's true.
Oh, she's a knitta.
She is of your people.
I like to dye hair.
No. We're talking about a seamstress.
Oh yeah.
They also make grapes.
Isn't this fly?
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's amazing.